Thank you, Speaker. It's an honour to rise today to debate why it is so vital that we protect the essential role that wetlands play in protecting our homes, our businesses, our infrastructure, our communities, and our property from flooding. Wetlands clean drinking water. They provide habitat for a diverse range of species. They help keep the Great Lakes clean. And wetlands do it all for free if we don't pave over them. Yet, this government is taking extreme measures and unprecedented actions to destroy the provincially significant Lower Duffins Creek Wetland. Speaker, 75% of Ontario's wetlands are already paved over. We simply cannot continue to pave over our wetlands without severe and catastrophic consequences. Extreme weather events fueled by the climate crisis are already costing us billions of dollars and will only get worse if we don't take action to reduce climate pollution. Flooding is the costliest extreme weather event in Canada, causing insurance payouts of over $1 billion in 11 of the last 12 years. And estimates are that it's 3 times that amount for public infrastructure. The most costly insured extreme weather event in Canadian history with the 2013 Toronto floods, over $1 billion. Who will forget the day in August where Toronto experienced $84 million worth of damage in 3 hours? And why is it happening? Because too many of the wetlands in the area have been paved over. So enough is enough. And that's why I asked the government this morning to cancel the MZO that's going to allow the destruction of the Duffins Creek wetland. Speaker, Canadians are spending over $1 billion to repair and rehabilitate the Portlands in Toronto because we paved over the Lower Donlands River wetlands. And now the government wants to do the exact same thing with the Lower Duffins Creek wetlands. Speaker, I want to quickly go through the timeline because it highlights the extreme measures and extraordinary extent to which the government is acting on this issue. On October 30th, they issued an MZO allowing development in the Duffins Creek wetland, even though the Toronto Region Conservation Authority raised significant objections and the town of Ajax opposed it. I will grant Pickering supported it. I actually asked the government a question that very day because the consequences of that decision were so obvious. The government then introduced a budget bill on November 5th with a schedule that guts Conservation Authority's ability to protect us from flooding. On November 30th, environmental groups announced that they would be taking the government to court over the MZO and Duffins Creek. Literally the next day, the government doubled down and put forward amendments that would actually force a conservation authority to issue a development permit if the minister ordered it. It only took them 3 months to use their extraordinary power when on March 4th, the minister ordered Toronto Region Conservation Authority to issue a development permit by March 12th. So, Speaker, has the government read the TRCA report that's going to be debated on Friday? Because the TRCA has made it very clear, and I want to say this in response to the minister's response to my question when he said, oh, the TRCA is issuing a development permit. The staff report clearly indicates that they're doing it under duress, and they're actually recommending an indemnity condition placed on the permit. And I want to just quote from the staff report. This condition is required in recognition that TRCA would ordinarily decline permission of such a permit, but that TRCA's Board of Directors was forced under duress to adhere to the province's legally mandated directive. Speaker, this issue is not about jobs. We learned today this is for an Amazon warehouse. This is not about jobs. They can build that warehouse somewhere else. This is about who we are as a province, what we value, what kind of legacy we're going to leave our children and grandchildren. Are we going to protect the places we love? Are we going to protect them from flooding? Are we going to protect their communities from flooding? Or is the government going to pave over all of it and destroy it? That's the question we have to ask.